set boundaries. Your presence does it for you. When your aura is strong, it doesn't just attract the right people, it repels the wrong ones. Here are 13 ways your aura protects you and pushes the wrong people away. Number 1. You trigger insecurity without saying a word. And it's not because you're arrogant, boastful, or trying to outshine anyone. It's because your very existence reminds people of the potential they haven't stepped into yet. You don't have to walk in with a loud voice, designer clothes, or a long list of achievements trailing behind you. Your energy enters the room first, and it speaks volumes. It tells the world that you know who you are, that you're not here to beg for approval, and that you're done shrinking yourself for the comfort of others. And while that may inspire some, it unsettles many. People who haven't done the inner work to accept themselves, people who mask their self-doubt with bravado, people who cling to superficial validation, they feel it immediately. Your calm confidence exposes their internal chaos. Your stillness makes their restlessness more obvious. Your authenticity turns their pretending into a mirror they can't escape. Without intending to, you challenge the very foundation they've built their identity upon. And that kind of confrontation doesn't require a single word. It's spiritual, it's energetic, it's beyond physical appearance or social status. You embody a frequency that forces people to feel something about themselves. And not everyone is ready for that. They might label you intimidating, cold, or aloof. But what they're really saying is, I don't know how to be myself in your presence, and that's not your problem. It's not your job to dim your light, just so others don't feel their darkness. You were not put here to dilute your power for comfort, to soften your spirit so others can avoid the sharp truth. You are not here to apologize for your growth, your clarity, or your peace. When your presence unsettles others, it's usually because they are in denial about something in themselves, and your aura makes denial, and that's not something to hide, and that's something to own. Because what you carry isn't just confidence, it's integrity, it's inner alignment, it's self-awareness so deep it doesn't need validation to survive. And that's rare. That's powerful, that's transformational. Some people will run from it and others will be drawn to it like oxygen. Either way, your job is to stay rooted in your truth. Let your silence speak. Let your stillness disrupt. Let your energy cleanse the room without uttering a word. Because the right people, those who are ready, those who are willing to grow, those who have been praying for a real example of embodied power, they'll feel you, not fear you. They'll find safety in your presence, not threat. And the ones who walk away, let them. Your aura is too powerful to be anything less than fully expressed. Keep showing up. Keep being the unshakable presence that reminds the world what it looks like to be whole. Number 2, you're a mirror, and not everyone likes their reflection. Because your presence doesn't just show up, it reveals. It doesn't matter how softly you speak, how kind your intentions, or how quietly you carry yourself. Your energy has a way of stripping away the layers people wear to survive. You reflect back what people are, not what they pretend to be. You shine light on their hidden fears, unspoken insecurities, unresolved trauma, and unrealized potential. And while that may sound like a gift, and it is, not everyone sees it that way, to those who have been avoiding their truths, your presence can feel invasive, even threatening, because they didn't ask to be confronted with the parts of themselves they've buried. But the truth doesn't wait for permission, and you, just by being who you are, disrupt illusions that people have lived in for years. That's why some pull away from you for reasons they can't explain, why people who once seemed excited to know you suddenly grow cold, distant, or even defensive. It's not what you did, it's what you reflected. You didn't expose them, you simply existed with such clarity, such groundedness, such internal alignment that their own misalignment became impossible to ignore. Your self-respect reflects their lack of boundaries. Your honesty reflects their avoidance. Your confidence reflects their self-doubt. Your purpose reflects their confusion. And your healing reflects their wounds. You don't even have to speak it. Your being is enough. And make no mistake, this is not about ego or superiority. You're not better than them. You're just more aligned, more aware, more in touch with your core. You've done the inner work they've postponed. You faced your shadows, wrestled with your demons, cried the silent tears in the dark, and come out with wisdom, peace, and power. The people who haven't taken that journey might feel exposed in your light. That's not cruelty. That's the cost of truth. Because real presence, authentic, undiluted, fully integrated presence doesn't just walk into a room. It awakens it, it disrupts the numbing, it pierces the masks, it shakes the comfort zones. And when you're the one carrying that kind of energy, people will project their discomfort onto you. They'll call you too intense, too much, too deep, too honest. Not because you are, but because your mirror makes them see things they'd rather avoid. But that mirror is sacred. That reflection is healing. And those who are brave enough to stay, to lean in, to face what your presence reveals, those are your people. The rest, let them walk. You are not here to dim the mirror, to make others feel more comfortable in their illusion. You are here to reflect truth, to carry clarity, to walk as a reminder of what's possible when someone chooses wholeness over hiding. So keep being the mirror. Let the reflections come. Let the discomfort rise. Let the transformations begin. Because even if they don't thank you now, your energy is planting seeds of awakening in every soul brave enough to meet their own eyes in your light. Number 3, you disrupt control dynamics because your energy cannot be manipulated. And that alone dismantles the very foundation of how some people navigate the world. You're not easily swayed by flattery, guilt, or pressure, and that makes you dangerous to those who rely on power games, emotional leverage, or passive-aggressive tactics to feel in control. The moment you enter a room, those who seek to dominate the atmosphere feel it. They sense that they cannot penetrate your spirit or bend your will, and that realization unnerves them. You are not reactive. You are response. You don't allow chaos to dictate your decisions. You don't get drawn into drama or provoked by subtle digs. You're calm, collected, and rooted. And that kind of grounded presence throws manipulators off their game. They can't figure out how to hook you, how to rattle you, how to bait you into lowering your frequency to meet theirs. And when they realize they can't pull your strings, they either retreat or attempt to escalate, trying louder, harsher methods in a desperate attempt to gain control. But even then, your boundaries remain firm and your energy remains untouchable. This isn't arrogance, it's awareness. You've done the internal work that makes you immune to emotional blackmail and spiritual gamesmanship. You recognize when someone is trying to twist your words, weaponize your empathy, or use confusion to control the conversation. And you don't engage, you don't fight for power, because you've realized true power doesn't need to be fought for. It's claimed through presence, through clarity, through an unshakable sense of self. That's what you carry, and that's what disrupts the dynamic for anyone who thrives on control. You are not here to compete. You are not here to dominate or be dominated. You are here to be whole. And whole people cannot be controlled. Whole people see through the illusion of hierarchy. Whole people don't enter into toxic games, they dissolve them simply by refusing to play. That refusal is what shifts the atmosphere when you're present. It causes manipulators to shrink, dominators to falter, and performers to pause. Because when confronted with someone they cannot control, they're forced to reckon with their own lack of power. Your presence calls them back to themselves in ways that are uncomfortable, even painful, because you show what sovereignty looks like in real time. And while some will resist that, others will be inspired by it. They'll feel the freedom in your energy and wonder what it would take to embody that themselves. So no, you're not difficult, you're not cold, you're not uncooperative. You're just free. And freedom always disrupts control. It breaks the unspoken contracts of manipulation. It silences the language of fear. It dissolves the illusion that power can be taken or forced. So keep being that presence. Keep honoring your truth. Keep standing in your energy without apology. Because every time you show up in your power, you remind the world that control is not connection, domination is not leadership, and manipulation is not love. And in that reminder, you become the quiet revolution that turns fear into freedom, chaos into clarity, and power games into sacred truth. Number 4, you don't chase, and that confuses people who are used to being pursued, admired, or catered to. Because your stillness, your refusal to beg for attention throws off the entire dynamic they've come to rely on for validation. You operate from a place of internal abundance, not emotional scarcity. And that alone sets you apart in a world where so many are conditioned to chase approval, affection, and belonging at the cost of their own peace, but not you. You've outgrown the need to be seen to feel worthy. You've learned that what is truly meant for you doesn't require you to abandon yourself to receive it. So when someone pulls away, tests you, or plays hard to get, you don't flinch. You don't panic. You don't plead. You lean back, you observe, and you let it reveal what it's meant to reveal. That calm detachment, the ability to let people leave without running after them, makes them feel powerless around you. Not because you're trying to hold power, but because your self-respect doesn't allow for games. People who are used to manipulating others with silence, inconsistency, or attention withdrawal quickly realize those tactics don't work on someone who doesn't need external validation to feel whole. Your lack of pursuit isn't indifference, it's discernment. You no longer confuse effort with self-betrayal. You've been down that road of chasing love, trying to prove your worth, overgiving in hopes of being chosen. And you've learned the hard way that anything you have to chase will never truly honor you. So now you sit in your worth